Could. Let me see. What do I got on now? Let's see. Who's on? Mr. Happy's been playing Final Fantasy 11 again. Asuda, new character. Oh, Tina Sora's been on. Let me see how long she's been doing this joint. Oh, I see her. Alright, let's see. Would like to join up with her, but I got my own schedule I gotta uphold for this long ass game. Shit, that game between, what was it? LeBron and his team, the Lakers, and the Minnesota Timberwolves, that was a weird ass game. They were both playing like ass. None of them looked like they're making it past the first round. I felt bad. Okay, so they're not considered nations. So I guess that means that someone from Lehman or Orid are considered effectively not an ethnic group. Crossbellans are not an ethnic group. An Erebonian is probably like an ethnic group, like a Liberlian. We would look at them as genetically a different people than a Calvardian, as an example. An indigenous Calvardian, I guess. So, like, their territory is just not... It's kind of like with the current political proxy war we're having, where it's... are these two different people in different states that identify differently, or is this just like, you know, by state, but they're effectively the same group? Zvedia would suggest that they are effectively genetically the same. But there is sometimes a little more aspect. I mean, I wouldn't consider like an Anglo from Australia and an Anglo from the United Kingdom to be the same. Considering, you know, a Chris Hemsworth and a Daniel Radcliffe are not the same. So I'm not going to stream for a very long time, by the way. Because there is that state of play. Guy bannings. It's kind of funny how they both have like that same bond. Well, Wahim's death was of a different flavor because, you know, he kind of did it to himself. He effectively died from a drug overdose, whereas these motherfuckers were straight up murdered. Clear Prince Gaming would say they weren't killed, they were murdered.
それを言うなら、私なんて覚悟完了していることになります。多分ランディさんの次くらいに人の死に慣れ。
That is true.
そうか。ですが、私がロイドさんより捜査官に向いているとはとても思えませんし。
I watched that like Chris Hemsworth like Limitless thing, the last episode. That was an episode where there was a big gap between watching episodes 5 and 6, and when I saw that the tag was acceptance, I figured it would probably be like accepting that you're not gonna live forever. And it was like there was this sort of contemplation on death, its inevitability, and there was even like a death meditation, which I thought was kind of interesting. It's strange to like have the climax of your show when the previous episodes were these feats of physical or mental acuity be like a meditation session, but it was effectively a memento mori session. Detached from all these people in your life that you accept that you're not going to make any new memories. It's almost like this soft nihilism that Nietzsche would describe in terms of like Buddhism, which I disagree with that notion, but like people's popular conception of Buddhism, maybe. And tied into like a lot of philosophical baggage, but I was looking it up, and one of the terminally ill people in that she's absolutely like going through some shit in the coming months. I wonder if she's still alive though. I think, yeah, the acceptance of one's mortality, the memento mori concept is important, but it's also important to note that there actually are better ways of contemplating and effectively accepting it than necessarily what was presented in the show, which I think is more so how our elites want us to accept it in a sort of timid way, whereas I noticed like the Sigma male grind set videos on YouTube, when you get like the mobsters talking about it, you can tell that they actually like have it down packed. They actually accept it. They're not just contemplating it with this like watered down philosophy that's not going to really hold itself when you are in a life or death situation. If you're around people dying peacefully all the time, then sure, but death comes in many flavors. We call it the great equalizer. It's not actually that at all. I think Itachi Uchiha from Naruto described it perfectly. It actually shows you your true character. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of his thoughts, like, what was it, Barida, or whatever it is that Jotaro Kujo says.
Yeah, Lloyd, どうやらカツを入れてもらったみたい。まあね、和ジの方は結構平気みたいだな。いつも通りのクールさ。まあ、僕はそれに今までにも理不尽な死に立ち会った経験がないわけじゃない。 クロスベルに来る前だけど。そうなのか。で、ワジの口からクロスベルの出身じゃないのはなんとなく聞いてたけど。それは企業秘密かな。でもスラムで暮らす旧市街なんかよりもはるかに少ない。そうか。
Yeah, there's always a worse hood.
アルカンシェルの首里も辺境のスラム出身だし。ああ、ノーザンブリアのあそこはひどいからな。外で傭兵をしている連中の送金でなんとかここをしのいでるくらいだ。
Living up the money their Jaeger making. Oh, okay. Living up the money their Jaegers make, taking foreign contracts. Why was that such a difficult read, man?
噂は聞いたけど
It was like a Jay-Z bar, internal rhyme structures and shit like that.
まるで言ったことがあるような口も。平気そうって言ったけど少し何かあったのか。僕の方よりただバイパーの方では。バイパー、まああんな別れ方だったが神秘的なカリスマが売りらしい。クールビューティー、自分で言うな。でもバルドのことは時間が空いている時にでもそうしてくれると。
I like Wazzy as a character. I know he's supposed to be like, he's kind of flat. He's a weird addition to the party, but no, I like sort of the way he frames things and looks at things. And he hood as fuck, so that's one thing. If you're hood as fuck, I tend to like you in my party a lot more. That one dude in Grandia who's in your final party is hood as shit, and I like him. Who else do I like that's hood as fuck? Barrett from Final Fantasy VII, but ironically, Barrett's not really a hood dude. He's more of a like country, working class man. She looks good in that portrait. I would smash.
甲板に出ていたの？
あ
Her not so
あ、
much.
その通商会議、それと
提案、国家として独立するって。
Yeah, a lot of the characters in this game are flat as shit except for Londi and Tio.
まさかおじさまがあんなことを私もその正直
But sometimes a character being flat is big of a deal as long as you don't put them in your main role. Like give them too much prominence over the rest of the crew. Because then that flatness shows up. It's like what Suplex said about MJF, where he's kind of doing the same shtick as a character, even though the performer is incredibly talented. And it's because any chance this character has to develop, he just regresses back to who he was before.
帝国と共和国はクロスベル警備隊の規模縮小を要求してきているんだよな。代わりに自分たちの軍隊、タングラム門とベルガード門に。
どう考えてもクロスベルからさらなる富をそしてあわよくばお互いの隙をその準備としか思えないもの。
確かに。となると市長の提案。
ええ、国家として独立すれば一対人用の武装だけじゃなくて他国の侵略を阻止するためのそんな風に考える自分がちょっと嫌になる。
ノエル。
でもおじさまの提案が現実的かどうかと言われると。
I mean, it's not bad to want your country to have an actual standing military.
帝国と共和国からは早速否定的な声明が出されているが、でもリベールやレミフェリア、アルテリア報告などはこういう
The CGF, I kind of figured out based on that discussion. Just by framing it in my head, they're effectively the militarized police.
正直もどかしい状況だわ。
Like the SWATs, effectively.
そうだな。
今日招待してくれたマリアベルさんなん
I
か
don't know why I pluralize that. I tend to pluralize things a lot more now that I'm dealing with like complications with braces and stuff of that nature. I just want to like pull back my tongue so I use an S sound as a suffix a lot more. Pluralize.
今は IPC の運営の方に今回の提案についてはそこまで関わっていないみたい。そうですか。せっかくの機会だから。そうね。私もベルには
なあ、こういう時だからこそさ、目いっぱい楽しんでいる。
I don't think I'll get through this intermission in this amount of time because obviously I'm gonna want to watch the state of play and all this other stuff, so
ミシュラムのホテルに
I'm not gonna rush this. I want to actually like chat and stuff like
さ
that
ぞかし頭を空っぽにできるんじゃないか
or
な。
soapbox about things.
でもあんなことがあった。
あんなことがあったからさ、この先クロスベルの俺たちの仕事だって大変になる可能だからこそ、なんていうか。
They instantly thought about romantic shit or fucking.
それって
They both got wet on the same time consecutively, not concurrently. They were synced up.
なんです。さすがに臭すぎた。
臭すぎエミリーさん。天然のその思い出っていうのは
みんなで休暇が取れるなんてめったにあることじゃ。課長には申し訳ないけど。
はあ、そうですよ。
あれ、ひょっとして俺みんな落ち込んでるみたいだから少しでも元気づけようと。
あなたって本当になんだかな。ごめんなさい。私たちそうですね。やっぱりバカンスに行くなら。
They wanted to have a threesome with this motherfucker. They wanted to run a train on this boy. My ear is itching like crazy.
しかしマリアベルお嬢さんもミシュラムのリゾートホテルテーマパークも遊びたい放題。どんな大盤振るなあロイド、勘違いさせてるみたい。テロリストどもが殺されて身内があんなことをやったことに俺がショック。
ランディはおじさんたちのことは。
そっか、ダチがいたんだ。俺より一つ下で多分団以外でいろいろあってそいつがいなくなって、やっぱりいろいろあって俺はダンゴに、そしてクロスベルにたどり着いたんだ。俺は骨のおじきの言う通りテロリストどもが殺されたと。確かにあの程度の殲滅戦俺があの時切れた。義憤にテロリストどもが現れんだから全く変わらぬ。骨の髄まで良平でしかない自分にそれで奴当たるみたいに使うか。
そっか、確かにそれはかっこ。
だろう。まあクールな伊達男の俺様がなん
でもさ、ちょっと嬉しいかな。なんていうか、ランディっていつも大人で余裕があるから。でもそうやって自分をさらけ出してくれると仲間としては少し嬉しいんだ。多分俺だけじゃなくて。
I like how Lloyd's like, you really let him do that to you, motherfucker?
それ
You
に
a bitch.
骨の髄まで良平だなんて、ただの。少なくとも俺はランディがミラのために戦争を。お調子者で夜遊びが好きで少し好戦的で熱くなりがち。そしていつも年下の俺たちを。
Well, yeah, that's why he's effectively being looked for as like the leader Because other guys are ogres, this guy
そ
isn't.
れが
He's like his daddy, he's more of a tactician.
だから少しくらいかっこ悪いところを見せたからって気にする必要はないさ。むしろその方が俺やエリーたち。
分かった。ミッドやらお前のポテンシャルを
He was gonna fuck him in the ass,
だ
man.
けだよこの天然
ってよくわからないけどそこまで逆。
なあもう映ってるのだ。こうなりゃとことんミシュラムを満喫してパークで遊びまくって夜は姉ちゃんをナンパするぞ。
Anytime you see the word Doge, it's always ever. Except for that hit that Doge song my homie had. Let me delete this message. I hope that was a fucking joke. Cause what the fuck?
よくわからないけど。
Alright. So that was all the party members.
Kia, やっぱり。キア、ここにいたの。
ロイドそろそろ到着かな。
ああ、テーマパークもあるから。最近ずっと
詳しくは知らないけど、キアの方こそ結局何にも。
十分キーヤがそばにいて、それがどれだけ。
そうなの？本当にそうなの？なんかわか。でもみんなって
いや、俺でもせっかくだからテーマパーク。
So I wonder if she looked a little bit old still for her.
キア観覧車に乗りたい。
Seemed a lot more human in Cold Steel 4 as well.
キアと一緒に
ミッシーにキックって、
そのあたりになる。
ティオ、それ
あれ？なんとなくみんなで集まっ。
それにそろそろ到着。ああ、そうか。
綺麗ね。本日晴天。
よし。
さてと、
ええ、9時半には。あ、来た来た。
この声。
まさ。お姉ちゃん、皆さんおはようございます。キーヤちゃんもおはよう。おはよう。
You added extra shit to that dialogue.
フランちゃんかよ。
どうしてここに。
She don't even got her toes out for us,
そんなこと言っ
man.
てなかったじゃない。
That sucks.
お姉ちゃんで。それに特別ゲストはよーし。
I was jerking off like crazy to some feet pics last night though.
この声。
Ilya.
な。おおおお。
ああ、セシルだ。それにリリアさんたちも。
The annoying girls in the front, the okay girls in the back.
また綺麗どこ。
こんなことをしそうなのはベル、あなたも。
マリア・ベルさん。
皆さんを招待したついでに日頃仲がいいと聞いて、アルカンシェルの方々は来月始ま。弟くんたち、ヤッホー。どうもご無沙汰しています。
なんて言ったらいいのか。
It reminds me of like those anime where they always have to have like someone who's a bit younger than the rest of the crews.
偶然取れたところに
No, I don't like Cecil, but you know, he or she be looking kind of good.
ロイドたちも来るというからお言葉に
She looks like she'd be related to Lloyd too, like actual blood family. I think they must have like chickened out past the early conceptual phases.
迷惑じゃなかったかしら
I mean, their hair is a slightly different shade. I think it's like probably when they came up with Guy Bannings and it was like, you know what, Guy Bannings is gonna be like fucking the shit out of this chick.
いや、すごく嬉しい。
俺は夢でも見てんのか。
Just seeing 5, 6 different women in casual clothes.
イリアさんに綺麗ヒャッホーテンションマックスだぜ。
This is the type of guy that you go to school with and he just acts horny as fuck because there's more than 10 women in the room because it's a classroom.
ランディさんうざいです
Friend who, every time the women would cut class together because they kind of had a clique and we didn't, he would go on to say something along the lines of, "Man, there's no girls in this classroom. I feel like I'm gonna turn gay."
ま、気持ちはわかるけどね。
でもちょっと驚きました
Yeah, Wazi's whole like flirtatious shtick is that he has riz, not that he's like actually falling for these
ちゃん
women.
として泊まる場所も同じホテルに用意してくれたの
He has that "you, me, and Hennessy, look what you did to me" energy.
ええ皆さんのお部屋はホテル3階の VIP フロアに用意していますまずは部屋に案
I
内
wonder
し
if
ま
just
す
saying those words without like a melody attached to it is enough for you to get copyright.
その後
Because actually like singing the lyrics,
新たな目玉テーマパーク私も聞いてびっくりしちゃったんですけど実はその新しい施設がオープンしたらしくってぜひとも皆さんで楽しんでもらいたいですわね内陸にあるクロスベルのためにわざわざ作り上げたパラダイ美しきエルム湖を望む純白の
this place again. Alright, cool. I'd say I like Cecil's out for more if she had her toes out. But I think she does. Let me see.
ここが
これは僕たちに合わせて
まあこの部屋に
いくら僕たち以外は
まあロイドさんとランディさんは特にロイドさんは要注意危険人物ですし
どうせ君のことだ。それで話しているうちにいい雰囲気になりそうだよね。
おお、いかにもありそうだな。
ロイドさん従業員用の
いや、ありませんから
ちなみに私はこの後取締役会がありますかくれぐれも水着姿のエリート悪さをしたら保安部を呼んで湖の真ん中に
だからでもマリアベルさん
お父様があんなことを言い出してさすがに IBC の業務を並行することが難しい当然私にもしわ寄せが回ってきてるわけですね
そうですか。本当にお疲れ様です。
ま、適当に行き。
休息とストレス解消は
お伝えしたように湖水浴場の受付は1階アーケードの右翼方面にありますそこで水着もレンタルできもちろん男子の方ですよ
いや、
とにかく
湖水浴場午後からはそちらは行ったことがある人も多いでしょうからお任せしますわそれと夜は迎賓館の方に清掃の人
わかりました。 至れり尽くせりでもう
どういたしまして。良き滞在を。
なんだかんだ言って妙に敵視してくるのは勘弁。
まあ運命と。それじゃあ早速ビーチに。
そうだね。
So it used to be that she just didn't want you doing that shit to Ellie, but now it's like she doesn't want Lloyd to like bag up any of the other women either.
そうだな。
She wants this dude Lloyd to remain an eternal cherry, which whatever, man. Yeah, she's a police receptionist. She's probably trained to use the whip and all that shit. Noelle is basically a SWAT operative. We're basically the cat stuck on a tree police officers. Alright, well... Shit, man. I got hyped when I saw that comment too, because I'm like, okay, it's a colorful comment, it's not that gray stuff that you'd be seeing. I was ready to get like hype, and then it was just this motherfucker saying... Some dumb shit, man. Okay, so... Really quickly now, let's see, can I do some side quests? Okay, there's a couple things I want to collect, and then let's down that. So gotta keep an eye on for something. Let's see. Jumping on the shit. You see, someone like her, I could picture getting their ass beat, like if they had like a Latina mom. Because yesterday, my mom and I were in the like bodega and stuff like that, and no, supermarket actually, like a full-on supermarket. And we saw this lady being like absolutely garbage to her kid, which we usually see that if there's like a young mom and she's of that variety, you know she's gonna like be nasty as fuck to her kids. So we saw that shit and was like, she noticed it a little more than me because kind of desensitized to that stuff, but no, it was kind of a sight to behold. Like I'm thinking, they never fail to like not do it. To do it, man. Like, there you go. But every time I go to the store, just like throw it to the kids, so I can picture someone like quickly developing like, you know, the type of like personality disorder that we see now. On the right. Okay, go downstairs. Down these stairs. See, I feel like I'm going up when I do that. But what am I doing? Oh, okay, I see. Now we're kind of to form boutique Colcerita or Colcerica. See, man, you know what? This would probably be my favorite game if it was like on the PlayStation. I realized that about this series. You know, I don't mean that in the way you think I mean that. I mean that in the sense that, like, it has that PS1 era je ne sais quoi. All the games in this series kind of have it except for Kuda, which kind of has its own thing going on. Jewelry shop, Diamante. Yeah, that time they were strict as fuck with it. I want to go through a bunch of fights so I can get some, so I can get like an evergreen. Is there like anything we can actually buy though? See, we got enough money to get shit like evergreens and stuff, which, you know, keep it coming. Knock on wood, for lack of a better term. Yeah, this reminds me of that town from Fun. I said that before, but you know, it's just still rings true. I remember this shit. This was a throwback. This takes us way the fuck back. Alright, let me see if my homegirl is still doing this thing. see. Oh man, this looks good. They meet this. Yeah, it's going well.
Ahead in my speedrun.
Yeah, I'm actually impressed. I've never seen you get to Agrabah.
Yeah, I've been there once and then... It's like, I'm really surprised that I'm actually this far of all things. Okay,
This map takes me back.
Come on, Abu. Abu, come on. They can, but you have to use rental. All rental.
I remember So there was a barber shop that I used to go to when I was a kid that actually had like an N64 with it, so that the kids would stop crying when they're getting, you know, painful haircuts because the guys don't know how to cut hair there. And I was the only guy that was good at Pokemon Stadium when I went there, so I got titled like the champion by like that barber. Yeah, they didn't know. Like these were like this was like a 4-year-old barber shop. Like it's the barber shop that has like cartoon characters like Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny in front of it. Yeah, I used to think I hated getting haircuts and that it was just something I was not gonna like, but I realized they were just really bad at it over there because they would just beat the hell out of your scalp. Except near the end. Near the end, they got a guy who was really good, and he used to give me the Clark Kents.
Hey, that's that one. Okay. Not doing all. Good.
Hey, yo.
I'm level 19 and I'm actually doing decent with this fight, so.
Nice. Good crowd control. Good strafing. Well, you know, wisdom form is like naturally like hit and strafe. Strafing. No, I got lotion for that. Oh, that reminds me. Guys, never use peppermint soap when you're bathing.
Why?
You already know where I'm going with this, Dust, but like, you know, I was scrubbing myself and I burned the shit out of my nuts. By the end of it, I felt like a burnt candy cane. I had to warn my brother because he bought those soaps, but he was like, yeah, I won't be using that.
Okay. I got 3 minutes, like a little less than, like I got 2 minutes. Do you think I'm gonna be able to do this, guys?
Yeah. The thing is, the worst part is it was liquid soap. So, it like more. Yeah, it was one of those Dr. Bronner soaps. Normally I use the almond one, but that was running low, so I used the peppermint. That was not something that I thought out pretty well. Yeah, it was like a minty burn, man. It was like scrubbing your shit with Colgate. So this is where you got explosion in the vanilla version of KH2, KH2 actually.
Yeah, I know. It's like I can't.
ほらお姉ちゃんせっかくだから前に出てちょっとそ
Yeah, look at it. You reflect. I'm surprised they reflect a balloon. It's pretty. Oh, this is gonna come close. This is gonna come damn well close because I'm looking at. Yeah, this is gonna be a bad split. So.
Yeah. I think with Magic and Kingdom Hearts.
By 12 seconds. By 12 seconds. So that by 6 seconds that split was bad. But hey, so far, actually doing not bad. And what's that? Yeah. Okay, Broken Highway. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. I got level 7 high wind, so I shouldn't be taking too much damage with this because
It's good,
this
Bonnie.
is
How you doing?
Yeah, she's with her nieces and everyone else, aren't you, Bonnie? But she's got a great uncle, though. Hey, doesn't Bonnie say, like, they already see you as their uncle? But doesn't Bonnie say that you actually would make a great uncle, though?
Ooh.
I wasn't sure, so that's why. The only one I feel like I'm gonna have trouble with of all the like the gummy stuff is the one to Twilight Town. That's the one that I feel like I'm gonna be horrible at.
Still need to learn that.
But so far, this would be the fastest run yet that I've had. So far, I would be at the 3 hour mark getting into Halloween Town when I dust at this point, based on my current last runs.
You ever got to the end in one of these?
I come close before my headache decided to come on and lack of food. I came real damn close, didn't I, Dust? Okay, so for Halloween Town, where am I AP boost? Okay. Yeah, I just gotta remember the next twin page is coming up. That's in the Oasis. Okay, so that's that. Yeah.
shit. My uncle had that game, and I would play it when I was in his crib. Problem is that I hate being in his crib because it always smelled like he was hiding a dead body in there. Like, I don't know what it is, but there was always that cleaning agent that, like, he used. Shit, so I've been playing a game being like, I don't even want to be in this place. What the hell? It sucked because he had a good console. He had a Dreamcast. I don't know. I only know like one other person with that joint.
Well, some Kamijani and his uncle, I know that.
Yeah.
They sell one at one of my local shops. I know that. But these guys actually take good care of when it's worth there, so. Okay, that's level 20 here, so. Okay, so you say the Highlands and Santa House?
You find a cat.
That's Highlands and Santa House? Okay, so that one. Okay.
So.
What?
BD2?
Fairly default too, yeah.
Live Alive is
You'll-
pretty short, so you don't gotta commit too many hours.
Ah, no, jeez. It's not switching that out of you.
Well, keep in mind, you did have to go through Platform Mania for an entire year.
Yeah, I'm sure you recognize the one voice, I know that. The other is Waka. The other is Waka, I'm not sure if you recognize him. What the heck on that dust? That's how you said that at first. No, variety, like you, they go said baby. Okay, I'm at the pretty much almost.
Hey yo, Dust, you ever gonna react to that State of Play? Yeah, the one that's coming like next hour. Alright, then I'm gonna do the same as you.
Oh, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad.
Ooh.
This is bad.
Oh yeah,
Anti-form.
anti-form.
Anti-form with prison keeper. This is bad. Yeah, I'm pretty much dodging fireballs on the wazoo. Yeah, it does. Affects health. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hey yo.
Oh, it's prison
She
keeper
getting
down.
thick.
And Benji, I am really like a lot of time ahead of my previous runs. And to give you an idea, and that timer in the corner is like I started when that timer was at 10 minutes, so I'm at
Top
2:21.
list.
Yeah, minus. Yeah, I'm minus 20 ahead. Yeah, if you rank up your class like jobs to max, there's more. So far, it's not doing too bad, Benji. Just trying to keep my cool with Oogie because Oogie is one of those bosses that you gotta keep cool regardless. But how would you do the village though? That's not my question.
もうどうかして。
いや、
いえいえ、一応砂でお城を作っていたと、いわゆるサンドクラフトですね。ただなかなかうまくいく。そうだ。ええ、そうで。
あ、
さすがの井田さん。ありがとう。まあみんな似たようなものですし。では、ええ、やはり今日で一応。
Whoa, okay, I just beat Oogie with 4 minutes left on that timer.
それじゃあ、
Okay, so where in Pride Lands are my AP boosts?
I'm impressed you were able to beat Oogie Boogie.
確か飴の
Okay.
水をつけすぎても。
確かに。では、かなり
What you were saying, Waka?
ああ、わかった。
I'm impressed you're able to beat Oogie Boogie in, like, first try. This is critical mode, or?
This is beginner.
Oh, okay. So you're doing,
that's
like,
fine.
a new...
けどな、しかしさて、
Yeah, like
That
they were
makes
saying to
sense.
do.
That is any percent.
素材は
No, like that's pretty much like Dessa's recommendation is try beginner first to get your foot wet into it, and then go on to the higher difficulties.
ついに。感無量です。いえいえ、ロイドさんのおかげですよ。在庫も使ってしまったな。
そうだ。いや、
一理日誌キャプテンだったら。
ミッシーはバンバンっていう。
ですがこの際です。あ、ロイドさんの気分。
そうだな、今回は。
まあいい。
そうだ、よかったら後で。
私はロイドさん。
ああ、サイド。
タワーバーせっかく来てる。
It wasn't. Because I remember that specifically because you had to have like multi-classed to get that. Because I know BDD one of them. Aegis.
Aegis.
Because it comes from the Greek for protection.
二人とも戻ってきてたのか。
No, it comes from the Greek for protection.
へえ、丸くて真っ白だ。これ、どうしたの？
Well, that's spelled differently, I think. With the I.
Is it AIGES? Is that how it's spelled?
It's AIGIS.
Yeah.
Aegis.
Yeah, that's Aegis, yeah.
飲んでる途中でこのちびっこが拾ってきてさ。
Oh, the shield.
That's Aegis, yeah.
Yeah, I guess the character is AIGIS. The shield is
Aegis.
it.
もう楽しいの。
多分、その分だ。
ねえねえ、それ。どうせ。
ああ、
そんじゃ、最後の大きさを。大きいな。
手のひらキーヤの尻に。
Okay, so I'm on to be prepared. Already had claims, as long as it's not too much, I can actually have that. Okay, so you said elephant graveyard. Yep. Okay. So you throw randomizers and you have like the line dash right off the bat. You don't get that in this. You have to wait till Wildebeest Valley to get it.
So you play rando?
Now I've seen it in Rando.
Okay.
I think that I think it's only in one. Okay, so time to see which. Okay, didn't get it. Okay.
早速俺たちそんじゃそれじゃ一斉の準備よよし一斉
Yeah, I can't remember if I think I know you don't because you're pretty much like going fast and that. So an Oasis is the torn page. Okay, time for hyenas. Tenji, Banzai, and Ed. The combination of these three, yeah.
アイスクリームだ。一度にそれだけの、もしかして君、お人よし、いや。え、ロイド君は何をしたら、なんか、だとこの、
So when was the last time you played this game?
What?
So when was the last time you played, what was it, Bravely Default?
I have not touched it in a while, so I need to get back into it.
Yeah, Dust, I mean. Because he seems like he's like in the middle of it. BD2?
若いんだから妄想を膨らませるのは仕方ないと思うけど。
Okay, so I got 4 minutes before this. Okay. Lato patch and everything, so.
Melody of Memory or Cooking Mama?
Ah, jeez. DM twice, that's hard. Wow, I actually got another minute ahead of my timer. Wow. Okay, time for Egg Berserkers. How can I? Which I'm kind of surprised with you on that one, Dust. Yeah. And I gotta figure out what the new update with SpongeBob was, because it just got a recent update itself. No, I'm saying like that in the like, holy cow, you do it to me when I have. But so far, I am kind of shocked with how fast this one is. I am literally a minute ahead. Again!
Yep, that's right. Yeah, it's like thinking about speaking and actually speaking. In your head, you're like super articulate, and then when you actually deliver words, you're like, damn, I'm not stringing this shit together.
Okay. That's gonna be interesting, how that's gonna go about.
I mean, I haven't seen the movie yet because my mom said we gotta watch that shit together. Let's see, Metroid, Zelda, Pokemon. Well, don't you have the Detective Pikachu movies? Star Fox,
Yeah.
F-Zero, Earthbound.
Okay, and it's corridors that corridors you said for HP?
Yeah, that'll be like on a case. Let's see. What else is another one? Let's see. Ice Climbers, Duck Hunt.
Okay, so in SP, where are my AP boosts? Or there are none.
バカま
In
た
SP, is there any
見え
AP
るか
boosts? Okay.
Fire Emblem, the movie.
That would be... That would be a...
へこんでる俺たちに
That would be a mess on itself because of how many games there are. Yeah, that would be what it...
Let's,
キーヤが頼ってくれたらそれだけで俺たちは元気になれる負けてられるか何だから俺は
yeah, I think so.
でもそんなこと言ってたらこんなコマがついてたら出会いがなくなっちゃうかも。
あのなどこで覚えたのってひょっとして図書館の本で読んだりしたのか
I'll pick a
Okay,
Corrin story just for the
barely...
feet.
Okay, guys! I barely beat that.
話してたらなんとなく
勉強のしすぎもほどほどにないずれにせよ兄貴だって
お兄さんそっかいなくなっちゃったんだよね。
What about a Donkey Kong movie?
兄貴の年まで
Did I mention
あ
that?
と7年というかそもそも相手がいないとダメだし
And guys, I barely beat that split of getting Stitch and back into Tron's world because of just a few seconds.
Kirby, the movie?
今が9歳くらいだから16歳くらい
それくらいの年になったら
いやいくらなんでも16で結婚は早すぎだろそりゃ確かに保護者が認めれば16から結でもダメ俺は絶対に
心配すること
あ
ない。
あさずーっと
あのねそれで雫の
そっかよし
Let's see.
I need to play... The one Kirby game I gotta get to playing is the... Not Dreamlet Deluxe, it's the one that came out prior to that. I need to play. Yeah. I've seen people... And I've seen people speed... And I've seen people speedrun that game, and it's... Holy cow. Because to get 100%, you have to do all the gotchas. Actually, it doesn't take that long. It's Kirby and the Forgotten Land. The new, like the more recent Kirby game that came out. No. Like, Benji's asking, that's why. Yeah. Okay, we're getting to your favorite part, Benji, the theme that you enjoy so much out of this. I thought you didn't have a Switch. Of course you would say that. Why wouldn't you say that? Because I don't think I've ever asked you what gaming systems you had. No, 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 no. It's the data clusters. Yeah, and that's the data clusters he's talking about. Yeah, that's the data clusters he's talking about. Which are literally balls of darkness.
Yeah, he's basically like giving someone a what's that thing when you cut off the vas deferens? Let me look it up.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Waka.
What's that thing the dudes do, like that operation to make them infertile? Yeah, vasectomy. Like, he's effectively giving these worlds like a vasectomy. Well, not because he's opening it. Not because he's actually unlocking it. Never mind. It's the opposite. He's like reversing a vasectomy. I thought, because my science teacher told me that I remember my science teacher said that it's easier to vasectomy. Let me look it up. Maybe she was lying to get me to do it. Oh, it is like 90 to 95% successful over vasectomy reversal. Yeah, so my science teacher wasn't lying to me.
I did not know that was a thing. I just didn't know that that was a thing. Okay. I know there's no reversing with the womanly version to it. I know that.
The sling up the fallopian tubes.
Yeah, I know there's no reverse.
My son is an empath.
And I will say this much, you will enjoy it because there's a mid-credit scene to it as well. Mid-credit and
That dude Seth Rogen has a successful ass career, man.
yeah, you would want that, Benji. Yeah, that would be a handful. Like, you need at least 6 movies to handle that. Okay. Okay, time to enter the code, and then we got... They'll pay for this. No, I want to see that, but it's only on Amazon. I want to see how this one goes, because it's interesting to see. Again, it's like how far video games have come. It's one of those movies.
Alright, let me see.
Well, if you think about, like, how do you make a movie with one of the first video games, really? Well, I'm saying one of the, like, keep in mind of where they got Tetris from. They got it from Russia, like the USSR at the time. So that's what makes it, like, to me, that makes it interesting, because it's like, because I enjoy, like, hearing stuff about that. So, okay, so they'll pay for this, so... Woo! Okay. How do you think I'm gonna do against Demix? Yeah, I got 21 minutes in this segment, so...
Maybe Yoshi's Island? Yoshi's Island or something like that?
I did like the nod to, like, every, like, when you go see the Mario movie, you are gonna be screaming a little bit, and the, like, your inner child is going to be livid.
Punch out.
Okay, time to deal with... That would be an interesting concept to see.
It's where you gotta like start adding stuff in Hollywood fashion.
私の番です。デミガンマンとソリューター。
行くぞ。させるか。
Holy cow, did I get through that fast? That fight only took like 2 minutes.
デミガンマンとソリューター。
よし。
行きます。はい。
Yeah, like you got... Yeah, because you have Platinum Games still, you have Square Enix to get through.
よし。 そこだ。俺の番だな。
行きます。そこだ。
よし。
Warrior World. But just like instead of making it him trying to make a game, him trying to sell drugs.
WarioWare. WarioWare.
WarioWare.
Is he?
Let me get creative and look at the rosters here, cause
Okay, so it's like in the ice cavern is a torn page, right? Dust. Like after the.
I think so.
No, I'm
Could
just
be
making.
my
I'm just.
memories making.
I'm just making sure on myself with that one because I'm almost to that point. No, I'm just making sure with myself because I don't want my mind to second guess myself with this.
Nintendo. Let me look at a list of Nintendo franchises. I'm curious now. By memory.
Yep. Okay. Just
Kid
making sure.
Icarus. That I forgot about that shit. Pikmin.
Okay, I got 12 minutes to deal with 1K. Well, this is a speed run, that's why you don't save often. No, like I got chat. Right.
Animal Crossing movie, I mean, shit, it's a movie about, that would actually make a good, like, Disney Plus series, I'm not gonna front with you.
Yeah, I
Like,
could
if
see
you
it.
make
Like
a movie about, grinding and shit, it's basically SpongeBob.
I could see like Animal Crossing being a series. I can understand like a day in the life in Animal Crossing. I could see that being a thing.
I mean, pulling out weeds to pay off your mortgage and whatnot. It's SpongeBob, but with a chill tone instead of, like, a ridiculous tone. For 15. What else is it really? What else can they do?
Yeah.
Splatoon,
No, I did not. No, I did not break the camera for that. That's a
Nintendogs, Big Brain Academy.
that is the main franchise of Nintendo. Yes, it is.
You know, if you did make a Nintendogs game, you could put Beyonce in that movie. Oh shit, I just realized a Wii Sports movie. Bunch of boys boxing each other. I got a good idea. This will be expensive as fuck to implement though, but like you could have it so that you have like a special theater, spend like an extra $15, get your me in the movie in the cast. That'd be like, you ever went to like Disney World and got to like one of those weird rides where like they took your avatar character and made it an attraction? Yeah, it's expensive as shit. I got lucky I got that vacation because right after that vacation, my step parents like divorced right there. Yeah, we had that vacation, and then the month afterwards, I had my first weekend of school. We went to the fucking like pharmacy after my mom came back. She said, "Oh yeah, by the way, your step pops, I kicked him out the crib, so he's not gonna be there for now on. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that did.
Oh man, so it's like that was a fucking trip. That whole like window. They were actually planning on leaving me in Orlando. They're like, no, I'm tired of this motherfucker. Let's just try to get lost on purpose so this motherfucker doesn't find us. But I found them.
Dark.
Oh shit. Wii Sport. Nintendogs you can have just because Beyonce was in that Nintendogs commercial, so you can have her like in it again. You know, people will buy a ticket just to like get some Beyonce action.
Oh no. Oh
That's
no no no
Queen
no no
Bee.
no. No, it's not. I just died in 1K.
Paper Mario, that might work. Yeah, because if you thought Fire Emblem was ridiculous, imagine one with like a reincarnation. Yeah. Do you got like spring out? Oh, I got a little fishy. Let's go.
Thank you, Yo. Just died to 1K. So this is pretty much round 2 with this. Yeah, I was that. Look how close that was. Like, thus I was 18 away, and I was.
That's because of all the trauma dumping I was doing. Yeah, it's smart.
You do, and yeah, for this fight, yeah, that like that would have helped so much in this fight.
Wii Fit Trainer. I mean, people will watch just because they want to see your feet. But the ones that do will buy the tickets twice. She might not have that, good box office weekend, but 2 weeks in. Alright, let's see. What is surfboard?
Well, I know this is not going to be a good split if anything. That would have been a good split too, because that would have been a 5-minute split. But I'm not going to restart because I'm...
You guys ever go to like a cereal bar that had like the Super Mario Bros. Cereal? Yeah, there was actually like a couple pop-up clubs back in the day in NYC where it was like a saloon but for cereal, and you would see the Mario cereal. Yeah, I had like the store I used to work in sold like Pokemon merchandise, but it was like not official. I'm thinking, yo, this shit about to get shut down quickly. And it was like supposed to be like for the urban demographic. Let's see, what else can work? Mario Party? Nah, I don't like, you know, incestuous franchises. Like, you know, ones that like bleed into each other. So like Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, nah. Exactly, if it's like effectively Mario but with like italics, then I'm not gonna necessarily think about that. Let's see. Equipment. Yeah, because there's actually not that much. You would have to like scrape around. Yeah, because they got Mario doing everything, man. He got more jobs than Miss Barbie. I need to look at his resume. His resume game is godlike. You know, Mario's LinkedIn is like the LinkedIn of gods. Yeah,
Yes,
there's a doctor.
Barbie's president.
We're this close to having like a learn to code Mario game.
There we go. About time. That is not a good split. That's 4 minutes. That was a bad one. Holy cow.
Board.
That's a big ol' rip.
Resting area. Let's see.
Yeah, that's a big old rip, especially.
Let's see.
I will say this much, like when you go to see the Mario movie, you're gonna enjoy it because of all the references.
Let me check my time.
Okay.
Ooh. Am I nose bleeding? No. Nah, it was because, like, my nose was running, but I'm like, ooh, that run is a little fast, and when it's a little fast, you think, oh, is that blood? Yeah, when the viscosity changes like that, usually it means, like, you know, maybe my nose got a little too dry. Ruptured something. I remember, like, remember that Dragon Ball video that got viral where Goku was going Super Saiyan 3 and they replaced it with the Tom noise from Tom and Jerry? I'm not joking. I saw that video, and when I heard Tom scream, I instantly had a nosebleed.
I had a nosebleed when I had to go. I literally got a nosebleed when I was heading to get my 3DS. The 3DS released on my birthday. And it was a snowy birthday I had too, so it's like...
Okay, the dry air probably did it to ya. Oh shit, I remember. 2 years ago, every time I woke up, I had a nosebleed. Nah, it was like, there was something like wrong with me. I forgot what it was a few years ago, but I had to get it taken care of. But every time I woke up, just the yawn would cut my nose open. And I just like, and a fuck ton of blood would come out.
Yeah, same here.
Shit, man. I spoke about it on my Twitter. Let me dig through my tweets, cause yeah, I forgot about that shit. Let's see, I got my joint privatized, but like, I do a lot of political stuff there, so. But damn,
Yeah,
My
That would do
nose
it.
just got cut open every time because it was so dry and shit like that. It never got time to heal.
Okay, Zig. I don't mind her. Like, I don't blame her for doing that. I honestly don't.
I remember the most attractive girl in my school actually really hated me. Like, she actually asked me what my type of girl is, like feature by feature, and then the next day she got a makeover just to look like the opposite of that. She's like, do you like girls with straight hair or curly hair? I like girls with curly hair. The next day she got her hair straightened out. No, I think that lady actually, like, hated me. Something I did to her must have pissed her off. Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. No, neither do I, but I'm saying, like, that's a sad reality to some of us.
It's actually not true.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay, I got 7 minutes to finish up Storm Rider. You think I'm gonna be able to do it?
The Storm Rider, it should be easy to do in, like, that amount of time, if you got the resources. Reflect a couple well-timed limits.
I know he's like almost dead if he's doing his like wall thing, so
You don't got scan on?
No, I don't have scan on. But I know he's almost dead, if anything. If he's doing his, like, little wall ability, he's coming close to death.
I got myself some Luigi's.
What flavor do you got this time?
I got myself orange.
I'll take a Mickey, if anything.
Oh, Mickey has like a scan attached to him? I didn't even know that.
And yeah, Keyblade D has it, so.
Dude, that's a good ability.
Yeah, but this is using up my thing for Zaldin, so. And I didn't know Mickey could get summoned in this fight, so. But I am going to put scan on for when I face Zaldin because I am not doing that guy blind.
Yeah.
But that is 4 minutes ahead of my PB with this area, so suddenly beat it out with. So technically I am tied now because I canceled out what my time was for. Yeah, I'm not doing him. Well, I'm going to do this. I'm gonna this one. What the heck?
Yeah, that's why men are encouraged to get it more than like women are supposed to get like their tubes tied. Because, you know, a guy can reverse it more easily. Oh, keep in mind that like this country has a history of like sterilizing. So it would be kind of unethical to do that. Like, I don't want to get too deep into it though, because you know it's like politicized.
And we don't.
Yeah, but you know it quickly oxygenates and like dissipates.
し。
え
それで
それじゃところで
クロスベルもちろんキーアやエそうい
私は
エリ
今も
やっぱり俺も幼い頃に病
私はどちらかというと
死ん
父と母はそれに
Okay,
私はあの人たちをとても結ばなくあれから10年
過去のです
let's see how this goes for me.
送っても父と母ならどんな形でも
いやそんエリーのご両親は幸せ俺も願わせてもらうとするよ
それじゃあ私は
ああ
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, time for solving. Get ready for this. Like, where's the fun in this? Yeah, not doing this without health bars because Damn it! I was hoping for Mickey right there. I was hoping for Mickey. Because I know he's a 50-50 at this point. Well, it's like he's a 50-50 at this point. So, because I already used him once. He's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, she used Mickey Mouse for that Land of Dragons boss fight.
So he's at a 50-50.
Oh.
Yes! Yeah, but now he's down to 25% if I wanted to give him again. Well, I'm out of mana right now, so I gotta keep jumping around.
Let's go, baby. That's right.
No, I don't. I'm getting hot in my room. Got him! With 2 minutes to spare! On the split. Whew. No, I don't have to deal with the cups. I have to deal with the Hades variant. Okay. Just gotta remember, so I gotta remember, did I get every page? That's going through my head right now. Oh, so I got Crystal Fissure, Oasis. Okay, the only one I should be missing at this point is the one from Agrabah 2. You okay? Yow. Okay, I got a little under 7 minutes to defeat Hades. Yep, just under 6 minutes, okay. Okay, Hades, let's... Bye. Holy cow, 4 minutes ahead. Wow.
お疲れ様。
それじゃ
I think I'm pleasantly shocked, honestly.
はいそうですかそれなら安心だと思ってすみません自分たちでわかりましたせさすがに多分あいつがテロリストだけどテロリストたちのナチスして一体何者だ
ロイドまだ部屋にいる。
あエリーかいいよ
タコ君
ああ留守中に支援課のビルで何か起きていない取り越し苦労だったみたいだ
確かに通所教くらい何も考えずに
ごめんひょっとして迎えに来てくれたのか
全てが良かったら
まったく
この靴晩餐会まで時間
そうだなってなんで二人うまくい
よしこれならなんとか大成功ね
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There you go.
そういえば
もう迎賓
そっかいやまあ
So far, so far. Yeah, I don't know what level you get second chance on once more in this game. Like when you take the sword path.
Really now. Class 7.
Okay.
Well, not really, but 4s.
Okay, I'm gonna do a quick check on how many foreign pages I have. Make sure of everything. I have 3. Oh no. Is there 5 torn pages I have to pick up, or is there 5? 5. Again, is there 4 torn pages I have to pick up, or is there 5?
Let me look that up.
Yeah, just to make sure my sanity is intact with that, please.
Alright, let's see. Okay, 2 torn Locations. Alright, let's see. There's 5.
Oh no, which one did I miss? Which one did I miss?
So there's the Crystal Fissure one in Hollow Bastion, the library in Disney Castle, Throne Room in Land of Dragons, Chest and Oasis in Pride Lands, and Secret Ruins Agrabah.
I missed one of them. Oh no, disconnect. Since I'm on this side, I can at least check LB
So
fast.
did you go to Pride Lands?
Yes, that's the one I got. I know I got that one. I picked up the one in DC. I think I picked up the one in the Fissure.
When you died in the fissure, did you pick up the chest again?
Yeah. I'll double
Okay.
check. But thankfully, the save points are right there in the room, so I'll double check. Yeah, let's do a quick check since I can right now. Okay, so we're going to Crystal Fissure. Okay, I did not get the one in Fissure. I thought I did. Okay, so the only one I have to get is now the ruins. Okay. So this is not too bad of a sidetrack, at least. At least that one was like a pop in, pop out kind of thing.
そうだったのね。
その説は失礼いたしました。主人の方はあのような形になってしまい、自分をはじめこれも
なるほど。
通商会議で本当に
もったいない。ありがとうございます。
Okay. Got all the medallions, so now it's just 8 minutes of Grim Reaper.
Yeah, Grim Reaper can be a pretty dull fight.
Hey, no, I gotta customize damn well Thunder because
また随分
実は本当はなので
そして
その聞けば実はそれ
そうどうもどうも
ウルスラ病院の何でもお会いできて
but at least it was like a quick pit stop though. At least it wasn't like
いやはや
そうだね。
市長つい影キーヤ
いくら顔からのこそこのようにす
そう言ってしかしもした
だそうしそれが
こう言っちゃな。
いや知性がだ苦境にあってそんな力と可能性を秘めているように思える
おじさん
誇りた。
今後無論我だが
壁。行く手に立ち伏せリーター市長。でもマフィアの時勝手に壁が消滅しただけだった。そして俺たちはそのだちょっとラウンジでいや
ロイドさん
ごめん。
私はただ
えそこすごい月だな。クロスフェルシュと違って街明かりが少ないおかげかな。
You can tell someone's playing Kingdom Hearts when you hear that plasticky sound.
そうですね
い 朝和ジのやつに変な風に突っ込まれた。俺が夜中にふと起きて女の子とばったり出くわして、二人正直意味不明だったんだけど、一人前の捜査官もっとなあ、失礼かもしれないけど、どうして君はそんなに儚い目をして。思えば出会った時からそうだった気がする。イリアさんに望まれてリーシャ・マオといえば、なのにどうして君はいつも何かを諦めたような微笑みを浮かべてるんだ。
Okay, so far not doing too bad with him.
一時期
Still got 5 minutes to spare with him.
今ではもうそんな儚げな笑顔は見せなくなった。だけど君はその人の笑みが大好きな人にもうだった。イリアさんが大好きな君はどうしてそんな風に笑うんだ。彼女はいつもそれじゃ理由は歩むべそうでもごめん、体にしそっか。でもリーシャ、もしかして君は
Whew. It's getting low enough to deal with all the damn medallions.
Yeah, this is probably my least favorite boss fight in the game.
It's creative, I will give it that, but yeah, I can see why people hate this fight.
そっか、俺のベッドで。ああ、ごめんリーシャ。そっか、わかった。頼りないかもしれないけど、できる限り。おやすみ。そっか、まあいろいろ俺の方でもできるだけからかうんじゃありまさてと、あ、ロイド起きなよ。あれ、今夜中のずいぶんうなされてた。あ、
どうした？
ランド、まあ
それより
さっき二人ともそうなんだ。あ、
Okay. With 2 minutes to spare, like a minute and a little over to spare for that fight.
申し訳ない。全ての客室をくまなく。
Not bad. I am actually like, it's funny that I am actually getting faster. Because I was not expecting that.
I mean, you took a death in Zaldan's when Vows and Heartless.
No, but I'm saying like I made up the time difference in Zaldan from Thousand Heartless. So that
Alright,
canceled
so
each
you've
other
been
out.
doing good.
That's
So
what's
this is
like.
your first time, so there's like a lot of wiggle room.
No, this is actually the first time I'm actually gonna try to complete a run.
Yeah.
I've yet to complete like the world that never was. That's the one place I have yet to complete.
This is all worlds.
Mm-hmm. So every visit, Everything,
完全に
including Atlantica.
夢も夢でもどうやってあって
ええ
行くしかねえな。
I just gotta remember to buy some potions anyway.
絶対に
それにしても
左右絶対
何
Well, I gotta get used to like the magic strats. That's the one thing I gotta get used to. Not quite used to that yet.
任せて
Nope. To know Reflect is basically broken. That's the one thing I do remember. So where you been for the past few minutes? Dust. Nah, jeez. Tired already? I'm saying you're just tired. I'll just think of it this way. We're almost done. If you think about it. Because remember, I was at the 5-hour mark as we got to this section last time. Probably would have been under the 5-hour mark, like the 4-hour mark, if I didn't have that blunder in 1K. I think everyone, skilled or novice, I think everyone's still learning how to do 1K proper. At least that's how I see it anyway. Okay, what time is it, Dust? Clockwise, like real time.
It's 3:47 p.m. in my time zone.
Okay. Not bad. I can get this done before. Oh, that'd be great. But so far, if I'm getting this fast, I feel like I can get it done. Okay, I got 9 minutes to deal with Jafar. Not 9 minutes, I have 8 minutes to deal with Jafar. Okay, that's all the pages, so that's a good thing. Whew. Okay. I'm only going Valley form because I actually do get a little speed with this form. Okay, time to do what's far, and I got 5 minutes. It's like you can do 2 full combos on Jafar's face before you have to roll him up. Which is always a good thing, because that way... I don't know if we can do a full third combo. I don't want to test that theory, but I can later. Damn, I got so close to not DMing at me. Beat him with a minute and a half to spare on this split. Holy cow. Now it's time to eat the bear. Ready for that, Dust? Walk, are you there?
And
Time to eat the bear.
oh, let's take a look then. Let's go. Yep, so eat the bear time. So now we're doing the pages. See, icicle.
It's to be the zone. So what do you think of the run so far, Waka?
I think it's good progress. Getting good time, and
Yeah, if I didn't do it at 1K, that would have been a great split.
yeah, you got that right. Let's see.
Because I would have been like 5 minutes ahead of my previous split with 1K. That's how close, like, that's how insane that split would have been. Hey, Strings! Nice of you to stop in. Is that, can you check the chat, Waka, if that's a raid or...
Yeah,
just
he's
some...
raiding with a party of 5.
Welcome in,
Let's
Raiders.
see.
I'm Tinasaur22, a fellow Kingdom Hearts streamer, Warframe player, and all sorts of all-around play video games. I'm currently in the middle of doing a KH2 All Worlds run, and so far I am beating my personal best. So we'll see if I'm actually able to complete a run this time around. I've been coming close to completing runs before, but this will be the ultimate test. Strings, were you playing Warframe or you were doing balloons? You should know it, Strings. This is KH2, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. And so far we are actually... Really? You were actually playing Monster Duel? How did that go for you? Yeah, depending on your deck you face, that could happen. But so far we're actually doing pretty well with this speedrun. I am currently ahead of my PB by roughly, I want to say, 20 minutes. Okay, Strings, I'll see you around. I will say this much though, Strings, you will enjoy this game when you get to it. Just be careful of anything on some of this stuff is insane. I will, Strings, and thank you for the raid. Okay, we're literally a minute ahead of my PB on this. Waka, going into the final page, so let's see.
Let's see.
And that's beating it by 35 seconds. Now we gotta deal with the experiment. Ready for that guy?
Experiment can be a bit tricky, especially in level 1 runs.
Yeah, I know. He's like one of those the more annoying ones than anything. Thankfully, if anything, that I'm doing this in Valor form, so I get a little bit of speed, but at the same time, a lot of power. And I did figure this out, like, if there's only one of these guys left, Lock, Shock, or Barrel, you can automatically put them in the present. You don't need to drain their health for it.
Oh, that's a thing I didn't even know about.
I didn't know that until I watched it, like, rando. So it's like, that's definitely different. But it has to be on the one that is left. It doesn't have to be, like... Okay. Whole things, it's like, well, at least that works, at least. I don't have to, like, deal with the damn soldiers. At least I just have to deal with the... that. Okay. And I made sure, like, I know you're not supposed to buy items aside from, like, potions and all that from the shop, but I made sure to buy three kinds of the same armor, and it's pretty much like a weaker ribbon, if you will. But it works so well.
Let's see, arts, who do I want to heal? I want to heal you.
Okay, that's that. So I got 5 minutes to get him, so... I think I can do this because it's making presents and then it's experiment, so I think I can do this.
Yeah, man. If you can get through the experiment, that's not so bad. Your difficulty setting.
But it's getting the presents filled, which is a pain in the neck regardless.
Yeah.
Especially with Lock, Shock, and Barrel around, and they try to knock the presents out of the way. Especially if it's like a big one that you're trying to do.
Sorry about that, my controller died.
That's alright.
Let's see. Almost done with this boss fight. Let's see.
Whew. Okay, time for experiment. I always thought this, like, especially when I was a kid, I thought this boss was like interesting in how it plays.
Yeah, it's almost like a lesson in some of the mechanics you might have ignored in the past. Also, the fact that it's like breaking apart, which makes the fight harder.
But it's a nice little mechanic that actually makes this boss like interesting to me.
Yeah. There you go. Weave. Oh.
And that's experiment beaten. Holy cow, is that fast blood? Less than 7 minutes.
Yeah, well, if you get good time on the experiment, then that'll give you good time save for row.
Okay, so now I got Long Live the King.
That's bad.
Okay.
Craft. Let's see. Good prediction. Let's see. It's not a good idea.
I can see why people put on Disciples of Pumpkin because of the attack it gives you and the ability tied to it.
Yeah. It's kind of my main. Up.
行くぞ。俺の番だな。任せて。
It's keeping up with the hyenas when they're in the elephant graveyard. It's like, holy cow, these guys are fast.
Yeah. It was almost like a racing game at that point. Like you're running laps to get the asses.
行くぞ。さいって。私の番ね。行きます。
And the only big damage dealing you can do is through Simba's limit that keeps him in place as you wail on him.
Finishing style and it's not as stylish as I thought.
Okay. That gives me 6 minutes to deal with Ground Shaker. Well, not quite yet. I have to go to their voices.
いつまで隠れていい加減で。
But that'll give me about 5 minutes for it.
気配を感じま。
何者だ。
釣れないな。一度すれ違っているはずだし。ねえ、特務支援課の職。
Which I think I can very much do.
ロイドさんたちは何か。
そしてテロリストたちタワーの情報を流れ実際に会うのに人形工房
I'm guessing Dust fell asleep.
正解。
Yeah, he got like a light.
ウロボロスが執行者なのでゼロ。道化師官以後。お見知りおきを願うよ。リベールの混乱に陥れた。
That gives me little, like 5 minutes exact to deal with Ground Shaker.
Yeah, Ground Shaker is probably
I
like
do like the
one of my
I do
least
like the
favorites.
concept of this fight. This is an interesting fight to me. I know people give it a hard time because of its annoyance, but it's an like in 4K
As
street,
a
you
set
gotta
piece,
use it.
it's really cool.
Yeah, this is like you never like for 4K street, you didn't have something like this in fights, did you?
There were the set piece fights in Kingdom Hearts 2, but KH3 was a lot more set piece-ish. Ironically, without the RC system.
君たちのお姫様はさっきここをフラフラ信じるか今日のところはあくまで
And I like the design of this fight because it like drew on like the inspiration from like African culture in terms of like the masks.
That's true. But the Yoruba stuff.
Yeah, that's what made it interesting to me because me being a history person, like it's one of those things like
僕はこれでまた近いお姫様なら
it gets you interested into certain stuff.
Yeah, I do like the little dash of Africa that Kingdom Hearts 2 has. That game really makes you feel like you're Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, into some worlds, yeah, that's a definite.
Man, like
I'm
the
trying to figure
Middle
out, like,
East,
how
China.
Yeah, it's like, it does give you like a little world tour of like certain areas.
レンちゃんから聞いてたけど
Yeah, the Caribbean.
技術と
It's like Kingdom Hearts as a whole. It gets you thinking like, okay, here's how
どうしてクロス
people could have saw this from like
いろいろ裏の事情がありそうだね。
from their culture.
まあそれはともかく今はキアを保護するのが先じゃ。そうだ。
行ってみましょう
Yeah, you get a dash of everything, especially in 2.
Yeah. And for like this is the first like actually big Heartless that we had. Sure we had Chernobog, but that was just literally That was just like in like night itself, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, when Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, that was the same year as Shadow of the Colossus, so it was at the start of when we started to see these, large-scale boss fights, but
Yeah.
once Shadow of Colossus came out, Castlevania Lords of Shadow started doing it,
And that's
Dragon's
why I thought it was
Dogma.
like, yeah, like I remember Lord of Shadow. I still like I had that game through the PS Premium, and that's actually really cool how they do it. It
So,
definitely shows like video game, at least for Final Fantasy 2, they use this boss as like inspiration for other bosses.
よかった怪我はしていない。
ガガどうしたの？
キーヤロイドさんだろ。ここってキーヤ。
やれやれ全然。
それにしちゃ壮絶よ。
なんか夢でキーヤを呼ぶのね。キーヤってとにかく無事。
そうだよしキーヤ。
Damn, I got under his belly. I couldn't get out of that.
なんかいろいろあったけど。
またみんなで一緒に今度は。
昨日の様子からするとすっかり元気そうだし、むしろ心配する。いやそれよりキーヤ、ピンク色の服を着たやつと。
キーヤ寝ぼけてたみたいだから。
そっか。あ、いや
あらこちらにいましたか。
マリアベルさん。
お疲れ様はしかし結社と言ったかしら。私の人形をさらったのはそいつらの一員という話です。保安部の警備体制って
そうです。民間の警備員が手に負えるやつじゃないと思うけど。いや
Okay, there's ground tracker done, and that's like a couple seconds split over.
みんなで記念写真を撮っ
ああいい。
記念写真って
ああみんなと一緒の思い出を。
Okay, so now we're getting into splits that I have not even touched yet.
決まりですわね。そうなると
そうですね。俺みんな
the return to Tron and stuff like that.
記
Mm-hmm.
念写真のサービス。
わかりました。
Atlantica, Tron.
大切な人たちにいい
Under the Sea.
Yeah, I believe what my split is called.
女。私の力になれるかもしれません。ランクアップしました。大変でしたね。
Alright, well, I finished a chapter in this game, so I'm gonna call this stream a night and I'll just focus all in on yours.
You can at least tell me pay attention to chat if there's a raid coming in or something like that.
Yep.
And Benji, welcome back. Yeah, it's like there's a lot that you miss within the span of like an hour.
Really quickly.
Yeah, high wind level 8 ship makes this like any. I almost messed up Zoldan. But because like there was a 4-minute split difference between me finishing Zoldan to that of going over with 1K,